Oh no, 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 I wasn't. No, no, no. Ryanair chief threatens to ground aircraft and urges Brexit rethink. Ooh, I like the sound of this. Ryanair is widely reported to be threatening to ground aircraft after the UK withdraws from the European Union to persuade voters to rethink Brexit. Finally, yes. I mean, some people have done things where they've been affected by Brexit, but now finally, someone is telling people what to believe and enforcing their ideas by altering their product. This is exactly what I have been looking for. Chief Executive Michael O'Leary said he wants to create an opportunity by making people realize they are no longer going to have cheap holidays. Yes, brilliant. Finally, people will have to realize that if they want to go to Europe on an airplane, they'll have to pay lots of money, and cheap flying. No. Now they'll have to pay for stuff. Told an audience of airline leaders at the Airlines for Europe (A4E) summit in Brussels, I think it's in our interests, not for a long period of time, that the aircraft are grounded. Yes. Finally, you know what would increase our sales? We are an airplane company, or I mean, an airline. We are an airline, and we take people to Europe on vacations. But now that the people have voted to leave the European Union, the majority has voted this way, and it has gone through, and it will happen. The best thing we can do to increase our capital is to tell people they can't use our service because they voted wrong. Yes, finally somebody who thinks this is I do. This is a perfect marketing strategy. It's, you know what? I'm grounding us here so we can learn our lesson. There's nothing we can do about it. But I need you to know that we have to learn our lesson here. It's only when you get to that stage, when you're going to persuade the average British voter that you were lied to in the entire Brexit debate. It's these people who are frustrated because they were constantly misled by both sides, and both sides said, "Oh, it's going to be the great thing," and they made opposite claims and cited opposite. Oh, there's no way that they can ever know they were misled unless we refuse to offer them a service. I mean, this will increase our market. It will do good for the community. I mean, now that it's gone through and we're leaving the European Union, the best thing that we can do is tell people how horrible it's going to be by not offering them this service. You were promised you could leave the EU and everything would stay the same. The reality is you can leave the EU. It's your choice. But everything will fundamentally change. These idiots thought that when we left the EU, that everything just stay the same. That's exactly why they voted. They thought, oh yeah, we can leave the European Union. Nothing will change. That's exactly what we want. We're gonna vote on this. So nothing. We don't want anything to change. We don't want our own culture back. We don't want to be cut off from the European Union. We want everything to stay the same. That's why we're voting. The Daily Telegraph is one of a number of newspapers reporting O'Leary's warning that there would be a real crisis as flights between the UK and Okay, I'm an ignorant American, I have no idea what this is, are disrupted after Brexit. Said, you need to realize that you're no longer going to have cheap holidays in Portugal or Spain or Italy. You've got to drive to Scotland or get a ferry to Ireland as your only holiday options. Maybe we'll begin to rethink the whole Brexit debate. They were misled, and I think we have to create an opportunity. So now that we've gone through with this, it's time to remind everyone how horrible it's gonna be. And it's just, oh no. I hadn't thought about this before. We won't get to go to another continent to get on vacation. We won't be able to fly to other continents for our vacations. We're gonna have to spend more money now. I mean, I've heard some horror stories. There are children in Africa who are being eaten by worms, and their mothers have dried up from breastfeeding because they gave their babies formula, but the formula ran out, and now they're trying to mix it with dirty water, and the children are dying from this, and diseases and parasites and worms. And there are people in America and lower classes of Britain who can't even afford to fly, and they have to be content to take maybe one vacation every few years, and it's just a driving one, and they're just. But all of this, none of the this is just none of it can possibly compare to my being unable to go to another country for my vacation. You can't understand. EasyJet chief executive Rupert Lungter, who was on stage alongside O'Leary, interrupted him to say, "If you're going to start grounding your planes, I'm flying." Well, this man is a total moron. He's not going to make any money this way. Offering a service when someone else refuses to provide it for politically motivated reasons is just stupid. You are going to make no money, even if people fly in your plane. Eventually, you'll lose customers when it's time to fly them to Europe when the other airline is reinstated, you moron. Lucifer chief executive Karsten Spartan added, "In theory, if we could use this industry to prove to the British how wrong the decision was, that might be a good thing." Yes. You see, we can't wait for them to find out how bad it would be by experiencing the natural negative consequences of leaving the Union. We have to show how terrible it's going to be by not offering services. This is a completely logical thing to do. O'Leary has repeatedly warned that airlines will be forced to cancel post-Brexit services from March 2019 if no agreement is reached in the Brexit negotiations by September, because schedules are planned about 6 months in advance. Transport Secretary Chris Grayling said in January that he is confident flights will not be grounded because it's in the interest of everyone to maintain the market open for aviation. Well, you idiot, you thinking that the what's in the best interest of the people would have any effect, or that, I mean, you idiot. I mean, consider if Theresa May is negotiating. There's no way that she would cower to the EU's demands and allow some sort of system where they can fly back and forth. And if some other person, some nationalist, some Moggian scum, were to come to power, there's no way that he would strong-arm the European Union into making sure that they can fly, even if it costs a bit more. This is so stupid. Meanwhile, Industry Association Airlines UK remains confident that a new transatlantic Open Skies Pact will be signed to maintain flights after Brexit. Again, moron. Responding to press speculation about air services between the UK and US following Brexit, Chief Executive Tim Appleslade said, "UK Airlines fully expect that the UK and US governments will sign an open and liberal agreement, including on ownership and control, that will allow UK carriers to continue to serve the US following our departure from the EU. Separately, airlines will continue to support ministers in reaching a deal with the EU that is in everyone's interest, providing for open competition, you capitalist scum, between carriers and as liberal ownership and control rules as possible." As the Chancellor set out, we also want to see an agreement on the implementation phase agreed as early as possible, and ideally at the March Council. I can't finish it. In conclusion, we cannot let people experience the natural consequences of their actions. We have to give them a foretaste of how bad it's going to be. The best way to increase sales is to cancel the product, and neither a Europhiliac nor a Eurosceptic strong-armer will possibly be able to guarantee that we can continue flying to Europe. Also, it is the unalienable right of every person to be able to fly across the ocean to another country when they go on vacation, and they should be able to do it at a reasonable price. Because if not, well then what's the point in living? Shalom everyone, thank you for watching the video. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. Once you have subscribed, share the video with your friends so that I can get more views and increase the quality of my content. Shalom.